Greetings, everybody. You're listening to an episode of Thorn in Your Side. And I'm your host, C. Thorn. This is the podcast where I talk about information and opinions, both popular and unpopular, related to random topics, both serious and non-serious. And you might as well listen because it needs to be said. Besides, you already pressed the play button. So calm down, bring a friend, and prepare to be entertained and informed. Great news, everybody. I have a special guest today. Yes, a guest that I actually invited, and not one of those weird people or rude creatures who show up randomly and unexpected like previous times. That whale just left so much water, and that was completely annoying. But I digress. Anyway, the name of my special guest is Lizzie B. So tell us about yourself, Lizzie B.
Well, hello, everyone. So happy to be on the podcast today. So my name is Lizzie B, as C. Thorn mentioned, and I consider myself to be sort of a social media analyst opinionaire. I enjoy anything that has to do with social media, just entertainment, the palm of your hands, enjoy sports, cooking, eating, writing in my spare time, and I do a little singing.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you. Dibble dabble in there.
That's good. Yes, yes. That was good, Lizzie B. Very good. Excuse everybody. I laugh a lot.
So funny.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Lizzie B. You're a very awesome person. And you look really nice, too.
Oh, thank you. Just some little things I just threw on today.
Yeah, it looks like it, too.
Okay.
But what we're going to talk about today is something that's been tainting television for quite some time.
Oh no.
Yes, I know. It's what we like to call these harem reality dating shows.
Yeah, so what I guess, because I'm not used to that word, but from what I draw from what you're speaking of, the main concept of a lot of these shows is to compete for the affection of like a common love interest, correct? Like,
yes, that's very true.
And the ultimate goal is to hopefully end up in a serious relationship with them, whether it be, just boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife. So yeah.
Which never happens, yeah. But never. Yes, that is very true, Lizzie B. Very true, Lizzie B. That was a good response. Now, to everyone out there who's a fan of dating shows and reality dating shows such as The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, we don't mean to be a bunch of thorns in your side.
I love the pot.
Oh, thank you. But these harem reality dating shows need to just stop being produced and go away forever. Now, I'm not saying that all of these dating shows are horrible, nasty pieces of trash. I'm just saying that most of them are.
Most.
Because let's be serious. Everybody wants to find love, right?
That is the goal.
Right?
I do want to find love.
Yes. And sometimes you might have to find love in places you didn't think before.
Correct.
And sometimes it might take one of these TV shows to find that person.
And when you think about it, in real life, you are competing for someone's affection, whether it be on the show or not. So it is, conceptually, I think it does make sense. But it makes it easier when you have, that one person that, you have your options to kind of go with to see if you can connect with them. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. I agree with you, Lizzie B. That's a very good answer. Oh my, that's a very good answer, Lizzie B. That's a very good answer. I love it. The problem is the fact that although these reality dating shows may have good intentions, which is people trying to find that perfect guy, a perfect girl.
Right.
It's a reality show, which means this show wants ratings. So you have to resort to some really unfortunate techniques and tactics which can be quite nasty at times. Almost every reality dating show out there is either obviously scripted or just really cringy, don't you think?
A lot of scripted behavior. I mean, I'm a big fan. Don't get me wrong, big fan.
Oh,
A
what?
lo- I thought you knew.
Oh, well, big fan.
I'm a huge fan of
What?
reality love shows. Like, how can you not say you've had at least once watch Flavor of Love or The Bachelorette or Rock of Love or
Hold up, Lizzie B. No, you didn't. Look, I don't want to throw up on my show for the second time,
oh,
okay?
please don't, not on my shoes.
Not again. But you did not just mention that show.
That show was that show when I was growing up.
No. Okay. First of all, we don't mention that show, okay? Let's talk about the Bachelorette because in Bachelor, okay? Because that right there, we can start that first. Then we can go down the ladder to nasty stuff,
So let's
okay?
start with the ones on the cleaner channels. I get you.
And just, what are your thoughts on the Bachelor and Bachelorette?
Okay, so we're talking about The Bachelor and Bachelorette. So,
I just said that.
yes, you did. So, like I was saying, you have this one guy or one girl that goes on the show. Oh my God, I'm looking for love it, right? She's gorgeous, he's handsome. And basically, you have maybe 20, 30 I've seen on the show competing for this man or woman's like attention. Usually the women gorgeous, all gorgeous, equally gorgeous. They all look alike.
They're pretty,
The men, there's variety at least. But I will say for the most part, in these shows, we're taking a lot of trips and doing a lot of competitions, and really it's just surface value entertainment. Like we're really not getting in depth into our feelings. At least to me, it just seems like everyone's just crushing or just lusting
Of course.
after the one person everyone's after.
That's the point.
So just imagine I have a crush on a guy, right? And so does 29 other women. So the idea for me is to stand out amongst these other 29 women. Well, you can't just sit there and just be boring.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Being boring doesn't get you TV time. Hello?
Exactly.
So according to the script, I mean the way they act, naturally, you go on these different excursions and you want to stick out. So of course I'm going to be a little crazy, maybe a little aggressive more than the others.
Basically fake, right?
I mean fake, yes, some may call it that. I call it, just sprinkling a little bit more personality.
I call it fake.
Like I said. And just trying to get this man as interested as possible, at least intrigued, as I would say, just so he can like me and possibly want to deal with me while kissing and dealing with the other 29.
At the same time.
So in real life, I mean, are you really that important to that guy? No. He's really actively cheating on you with these other women. Same for the Bachelorette. Like, these men are gawking over this one woman while she's parading with the other 30 men in hopes that one guy will stick out and show enough attention to her that she'll be like, you know what, I want that one. Same for the Bachelor, I want that female because she was in my face more than the other 29. It's crazy, but it's called entertainment for a reason.
Yeah, it's entertainment, but it's disgusting entertainment.
Well, and, I mean...
and the problem is the fact that it's almost like we're letting people know that it's okay to try to juggle multiple relationships at once because they all like it.
I mean, it's the real world. It is the real world. I mean, people juggle in real life.
First of all, we don't bring up that reality show.
Oh my God.
That show was disgusting, okay?
Don't get me started.
No MTV allowed, Lizzie B. Lizzie B,
Sorry.
no MTV allowed.
I was obsessed with that show too. But honestly, it's just crazy that women genuinely, this is the key word here, genuinely believe that they can win the heart of this man who is torn between 20 other women.
Unfortunately, it gave birth to other trashy reality shows just like it. For example, there was
Take your time. Take your time.
Lizzie B, you go ahead. I might throw up if I say it.
Okay, well, I can say it because it was one of my favorite shows to watch when it was premiering.
Nasty.
The Flavor of Love. It was at that moment I knew scripted TV was like a real thing.
Of course.
Hear me out. I'm a firm believer that I believe, some of these actions are really done in truth and genuine. That was me being naive at a young age. Now, the Flavor of Love, you got this guy, Flavor Flav, very popular guy, not attractive to many, but attracted to some, that had these women competing for his love.
Well, we say women, but some of them were probably slightly older than college kids, right? I feel like some of them were probably in their early 20s.
Some were very young, some was middle age, some just didn't belong there. But it's a diverse group of women for sure.
Not a good reason.
And that's when I realized, TV is really, this reality TV, is really scripted television. Because who in their right mind is competing for this man's love? Who? Who I am? Who?
I can't answer that. But
okay, well, I'm going to say this. Literally watching the show, like I said, big fan, obsessed. I just would see how women would literally scrap over this guy. And to even kiss this guy, I'm just like, what is it really love? At this point, are we really looking for love?
It's not.
I think
it's attention.
Attention, fame for sure. I mean, you talk about disgusted at every episode, but entertained nonetheless. And
nasty.
For example, one of my favorite girls on the show, New York. Like, she was the epitome of like this evil woman that would do anything and everything to get what she wants.
And she was a bad influence.
Very bad. So bad. And the fact that they brought her back for like another season, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they brought her back to When Is Love Again.
Yes.
And with all that being said, she was the number one and probably the only one girl that everyone can honestly say they remember from the show.
Basically, yeah.
So guess what happened?
Oh, don't make me say it.
You can say it.
Please, Lizzie B, no.
Oh my God. She got her own spin-off.
Oh.
I Love New York. Oh my God.
By the way, everyone, that's the name of the spinoff.
Oh my God.
The name of the spinoff is I Love New York.
When I tell you I was glued to the TV of the ratchery that was taking place, I couldn't help myself. At this point, you know what? Who is really looking for love? We're looking for a fun time.
Basically.
A fun time. Because these men knew what time it was. They were there to promote their business. I mean...
promote their career.
Their careers. I mean, whatever they had going on.
They didn't like that woman. They just want the cameras around them.
But you know what? She was still the star. But one thing I can appreciate, they really did go all out for her. And she still made the show, like, phenomenal.
Yeah, but that show was still hard to watch. Now, Lizzie B, do you mind doing honors?
Like C. Thorne said before, we don't mean to be thorns in your sides.
Oh, you're so good at this.
But these harem shows just proven to be, honestly, a waste of time.
Seriously.
Waste of time.
A massive waste of time.
I mean, it's obvious. The whole goal of going on this show is just to become viral.
Basically.
To promote their Instagram, social media, whatever outlet they have, that is the goal. Promote that.
Yeah, career. Yeah.
We're not trying to find love, but I want to be crazy enough or embarrass myself enough that I become popular enough.
Basically.
That I can get brand deals or end up on other shows, TV shows, game shows. Like, that's the end game, I believe.
Pretty much, because the most popular person or memorable person from each show somehow gets their own spinoff.
Definitely get a spinoff. Yeah.
They just seem to always be the one that gets the sponsorship and their own show.
Sponsorships. Then you can get paid for club appearances. That's especially for females. Oh my God. Like, to become popular in the reality TV realm, that means so many more opportunities will open up, and club appearances is definitely number one. Like, who doesn't want to get paid to just show up to an event because I cussed this guy out on TV, or I pulled this girl's lace front off her head.
Well, that's perfect.
And just threw it in the trash can.
3 points.
These are the goals now.
Basically.
What is love? What is love? Lady, oh, sorry. Singing.
It's okay, Lizzie
Drink my
B.
green
Got
tea.
some good vocals there, Lizzie B.
Well, cracked up. Let me drink my green tea.
All right, go ahead, drink that. You know, don't make a mess.
But once again, like you said, these shows are just a waste of time. But here we are, season forever for the Bachelorette, for the Bachelor. People still eat it up because it's great entertainment.
Yeah.
Great entertainment.
And we know it's scripted because, like, if this Bachelor or Bachelorette is popular and they get a second season, that means the winner from the first season has to get kicked to the curb, right?
So predictable at this point.
Because now that I think about it, that
take your time. Flavor.
There we go. Flavor of love. Yeah.
There we go.
That show had about 3 seasons, right?
It was a great 3 seasons.
So in order to have a second season, the winner from the first season has to get kicked out the way.
Right.
In order to have a third season, the winner of the second season had to get kicked to the curb.
Right.
So it's like, you can't really say you love this girl at the end if you're willing to dump her or dump him for a new season. Basically.
We were so on one accord now. We were so together.
Great minds think alike. And it proves that those shows are definitely fake. Our final point is that if you most likely believe that these harem dating shows like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and The Farmer's Wife are real and they should keep being produced, then guess what? We don't agree with you.
We don't.
We don't agree with you at all.
Scripted nonsense that needs to stop.
Seriously.
Because we live, or they live, or the society as itself lives in a fantasy realm mentally, thinking that one person can find love with 20 people chasing after them.
Impossible.
All at one time. Makes no sense.
It doesn't.
And at this point, you're never going to find love that way.
Pretty much.
You won't. But yet, someone still believes. And this is why these shows still exist.
Pretty much. Now, yes, we know they're mainly just entertainment, but some people actually think it's okay to have a bunch of other people sucking up to them.
Just not
just
behavior.
Trying to wait on them hand and foot. Life doesn't work like that.
It does not. But however, you do cheat like that. Oh, that's a whole nother. So we won't get to that. Talk about that now. And numbers. It's ridiculous. That's not.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. That's something different.
That's a whole nother topic.
But let's just hope that these shows stop being produced at an alarming rate because they're not good. Just believe us when we say that these shows need to stop.
I mean, with a world filled with toxicity, we don't need anything else fueling into that whole mindset. We should be focusing on actually developing love and loving one another instead of this whole competitive nonsense and thinking it's cute to act stupid for one man's attention because you want to be popular or be the main one with all the screen time. Just let's stop it.
Unfortunately, that's probably not going to stop because
it's not going
to
happen.
People just like seeing that stuff. Well, Lizzie B, it was nice having you here.
It was my pleasure being with you, Thor, with Thor on your side.
Oh, thank you.
In your side,
you.
sorry.
Yes, it's okay.
Oh my God.
You're
it's a
awesome.
pleasure.
You're great and you're wonderful.
I mean, anytime you want me to come on the podcast, I would gladly come and do another episode with you.
Oh, I'm glad you said it because I plan on having you back in the future soon.
Okay, well, definitely give me a ring. You know how to reach me.
Oh, yes. I will call you, beep you, and because I want to reach you.
And it'll be okay whenever you need me.
Yes, yes, okay. That's good to hear, Lizzie B. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Thorn in Your Side. And I'm your host, C. Thorn. Feel free to comment, subscribe, post, like, tweet, share, and whatever you want to do. And there'll be another Simply Superb episode next week. And remember, be smart and stay sharp.